Tuesday vibes, people. Hanging, chilling, making it through another day, making it through another state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Always blocking the negativity away, always stepping into the positive side of life. Learning from what was to what it is to what it'll become, right? Because it is what it is all day, every day. Remember, never the fake, never the phony, most of all, never that copy. Meow. Because we roaring over here with the heart of a lion, right? Because they can take away the fur from a lion. And the lion will always be a lion. Will stay a lion. King of the jungle, baby. What's good? What's popping? It's crack-a-lacking today. We rocking on that purple, though. That purple. Something is sacred. You hold it with kindness. Hold it with love. Hold it with passion. Treasure. Remember, nobody knows the value of a moment until it becomes a what? A memory. Now you want to reach for that memory, and that memory is like, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now I'm stuck in your memory. Now is it dharma or is it karma? You decide. So that's why the present moment is always going to be the present moment. And we got to make the most out of it. We have a brain. We must think before we act. Sometimes we act out of like being impulsive, not actually thinking about what are the consequences behind it. Did I snap it? Or did I help it root even more and ground? Ground, always working with the elements. We don't work with little calderitos. We don't work with the zarabandas. We don't work with the tiembla tierras. Not even, I'm going to be honest with you. And I have my Lucero Mundo right here. You know? And I don't even make him an idol. I have him there as a reminder. Yes, I do speak with him because he's alive. He has life from the inside. But that doesn't mean I'm going to make him my all eternal. Right, Bobby? And you understand that. Look, boom. The eye of a tiger. A tiger is aware up to everything. The eye of a tiger is used for fortune, for good fortune, not fortune telling. Don't get it twisted. The topic for today is going to be no topic. You see, because even though I don't write topics and I freestyle, I go with it, I flow with it in the moment. I just get the download and I'm like, okay, based off of this download, I'm just going to speak and let spirit speak. That's what I do. But today, I've been keeping my mind on, collective, but peaceful, because sometimes we overstress the situation. And we got to find out that balance between when it's the mind or when it's spirit, when it's your higher self or when it's your three-dimensional self. There's a difference between speaking from the mind logistically and speaking from the emotions. But when you combine them both, you create that balance. My cup is filled up. Now I'm gonna pour out so I can pour in. But when you find your counterpart, the other one person who's filled up with a cup, and you're filled up with your cup, and you become that one divine union, not only are you guys gonna be both filled up, but there's a bigger glass that both of you are gonna spill into and make it grow. Check it. So, like always, working with the elements. But at the same time, I don't have to kill hands. I don't have to do sacrifices, none of that. Because I stay true to who? Sambe! Where does Sambe live? Remember, check it. Always, all day. Zombie lives here. But Zombie is also my fifth dimensional self. Which that's why he's omnipresent. Oh, he's there, he's everywhere. Why? Because he's here. So if each one of us has him here as the creator, he's everywhere creating. Let that sink in. So like always, I have little one here. Beautiful. Ven aquí, mami. Ven aquí. Esa nena linda. Esa nena linda. She's beautiful. Right? Say hi. Say hi, peeps. How's everybody doing? Okay, I want to be up close and personal. I am the celebrity famous. You see today, right? And I'm going to spark up the fire too. Like always. There's no going around it. When the sun and the moon get together, it forms an eclipse. It forms one. Unity. That's the way they show each other love. That's the way they keep their love. Just like a flame. Up. Right, mommy? Go up. Go up and talk. Right? Like always, we got that coffee. So cheers. Wherever you're at around the world. 7:07 on the clock. And the winds are the confirmation. We got the ground, we got the water, we got the fire, and we got the air. When you combine them all four, you create winds of wisdom, winds of knowledge, winds of truth, winds of divine protection. Divine protection. You see, I woke up this morning and I'm also rocking the color purple because the color purple is her favorite. You know what I'm saying? And as the creator created us, we can create and manifest with love through our thoughts. How did he create? Through his thoughts. He went, the Father, when he said, and let it there shall be light, it's because the world was full of darkness. When he created Adam, it's because the world had nobody. It was empty. It was an empty vessel. So we needed to he needed to fill up that gap that was in the world. Sometimes we need to fill up that gap that's in our world. So by saying that, what I actually want to say is that even though just like I have changed and I have put in the work, I know somebody else somewhere in the world has changed, has put in their work, because spiritual awakenings are real. You see, when we fill up that gap, we fill it up with who's gonna help us build up, stack up. Remember, the cups filling up a bigger cup. So if I do my part, my divine counterpart did her part. We both did our part in our separate ways. When we come into unity, that unity is going to become stronger than ever before. right? Because we need that companion in life. Single life, yeah. But staying single all life, staying single all life, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? So, for this divine union that's about to spark up, you know what I'm saying? The elements of fire, the elements of winds, because by winds, we help the fire grow. Wisdom, knowledge. Sambe! Because Sambe is the creator of everything, bro. And when something's sacred, you hold it with love, you hold it with passion, you hold it with kindness. You don't take away from it, you pour into it, right? What's maturity? It's actually giving the chance to somebody who at one point might have done you wrong. It's all part of life. But when we bless them and we leave those sprinkles, those sparkles, and we become magical in the world, after we separate, after we left, that magic is still gonna be there. And even though no matter where they look, that magic, nobody else will be able to replace it. Nobody else was able to replace it. Bless you, Nana. That was my daughter over there. She. Also, I want to take this moment to hold up a prayer because there's a storm coming. Remember, storms come, they wipe everything away. And yeah, it is in that moment. It's scary. It's panicking. It's devastating. Catastrophe. But what happens after that? Everything gets built again, stronger than before, just like when you break a bone. That scar tissue, after you heal, is stronger than before. Right? So, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we come in your presence, Father, to be grateful, to be thankful for another day in life, because of the joy that you bring to us, because of the peace that you bring to us, because only you know what is divine timing, because only you open the doors that cannot be opened. Even the biggest ones, when we think we can do it ourselves, when we approach them, that door opens solo. We're grateful because today was another day that we opened up the eye, that I opened up the eye, that collective opened up the eye, and the number 1 and 2 are still alive. You know what I'm saying? We want to ask you for forgiveness out of any sin, because I know you love us as sinners, but you abominate the sin. So we ask you in this time that you please cover us with your holy blood, that you cover us with your anointings, that you cover us with your robe. In the name of the Son, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. San Miguel siempre nos cuida arriba, abajo, a los dos lados de los 4 puntos cardinales. Sigue soplando aires de conocimiento, because today we're magical. Today is a very important date. Today is October 8th. It's that fall season. It's that the Day of the Dead. But in the Matrix, everything is around. So it's our month, right? Rising up from the dead. People who I hadn't spoken to in months. That in my head, I was like, damn, yo, you know, like, wonder what happened to so-and-so person. And all of a sudden, I wake up this morning to a good morning. How are you doing today? Yo, honestly, That shit blew my mind away. Like, oh shit, what's up with you? And today we've been on it back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Like catching up with old times. You know, I can see the joy. I can actually feel the energy coming towards me. Like hurricane that passed by, that wiped up all the old to bring in the all new. So Orlando, 407, even though we're going through a storm, let the storm be the storm. Let it wipe out whatever it has to wipe out. You make sure you stay safe. You make sure that your family's safe, just like I'm making sure that my family's safe. You know what I'm saying? Tampa, Florida, Lakeland, and any and every area that shall be affected somehow, some way. After every storm, there comes a brighter day. Sometimes we have to lose in order to gain. Sometimes we have to let resilience be the key to finding out how strong we really are, because in those tough times, just like a mountain climber, people who have climbed the Mount Everest or any other mountain, I have never done it, right? But in order to reach that top, bro, they have to go through it. It's not just, I made it to the top of the mountain. It's the struggles, the obstacles that you went through as you were climbing that mountain. Now, are you going to let the obstacles be in the way, or are you going to let the obstacles make the way? We don't understand how life goes, how life treats us in the midst of that moment. And we're like, Father, why? Because I'm making the way for you. But in order to make you a warrior, in order to have the best out of you come out, just like a diamond in the rough from a diamond that's already a diamond, I have to put you through the situations so that you can actually know how strong you really are, how strong you're capable of in that survival mode. And then after that survival mode, you become in peace mode, knowing that you overcame so many battles, that you overcame so many obstacles, so many darts and knives were thrown at you, stabbed you. But did you just let those wounds stay at wounds, or did you actually have the courage in you to take them out, bleed out, and now turn them into the sharpest knives there can be, forged in the fire to make a sword? You are a sword. You are a lion. But a lion has scars everywhere. Now, are you going to stay on the scar, or are you going to be Mufasa? Check it. Message. Golden opportunities come once in a lifetime. And if you let that one pass, there might be a second one, but the way is gonna be more difficult than the first one, because the first one was actually given. The second one, you had to earn it. You know what I'm saying? The blessing must have. Cheers. The storm, a phenomenon like this hasn't been. This is going down in history though. It's Category 5 hurricane. going down in history, in the books. But that storm is going to be the storm that actually made you the strongest, that actually made you go out there and get your things, battle through people. Supermarkets are filled up, grocery stores, there's no goods, there's no canned goods, there's not water. Now, value the moment. Value what you have right now, because you never know when that value is going to turn, when that moment is going to turn into a memory. Surrendering to a force that you cannot stop. How can you stop something that you can't see? How can you stop something that you have no control over? That's where people fall. And sometimes we get all up in our heads. What is this? What is that? Why that person is the way they is? Why they don't see the value in me? Bro, you can't control that. You can control yourself all day, but you cannot control how somebody else sees you, how somebody else sees the world. Them coquitos. Where did he go? That way. Nobody knows. That's what life is about. Revenge is sweet, but it's sweeter when it comes from the Father. When that karma or when that dharma hits in and you're like laid back, like I have no control over the situation, but the situation is gonna make you take control out of yourself. By me putting in the work, I'm putting in the work on somebody else. By me looking at myself every day in the mirror and admiring the warrior that I am, where I came from, where I'm at, where I'm headed to. Trust me, it's going to inspire somebody else to get on that boat, on that speedboat, and be like, engines on, we out. Yeah, there's gonna be waves crashing on you, but that speedboat on top of every wave. It's about not taking control over everything. Take control over your life. Be aware of the decisions that you're gonna make. Be aware of who you are. But don't let external sources make you who you are. You are the creator. So you create your own journey in life. You create the best version of yourself or the worst version of yourself through your thoughts and your actions. Combining past experiences that were painful, that were really hurtful, and now using them, first of all, as a lesson, and then as a blessing. Because somebody resonates. Amen to that. Because the Father is the only one who has control. Somebody judges you, are you going to let that take the best of you? No. Because while they're judging you, somebody else is judging them. With the same stick that they're measuring you, that they're judging you, somebody else has a stick measuring you too. I want to say, I want to bring on my apologies too, because in these two last videos, and today I changed up the routine, because I've noticed that I don't know what's going on. I know the spiritual warfare is real though. I know that everything that's going on right now is actually just as there's a storm outside, there's a storm inside too. I don't want to use all negative. I want to say positive. I want to say that after every death, there's a rebirth. People die so other people can live. That's just the way it is. If not, the world will be overcrowded. But I don't know really what's going on. I've noticed that when I'm speaking, I'm starting to get jammed. When I'm speaking, creativity is not flowing the same. As I'm speaking, I start getting drowsy into this dream state that I'm like, yo, why do I feel so drained? I want to say spirit. That's why today I've been on meditating mode, on relaxing mode, in connection with the holiest, with the Father, with my Father, with your Father. Because he's the creator. And I've been like, yo, you know, like, give me confirmation. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been resting because I have to rest my thoughts. Maybe that can be it. Overthinking, you know, what's up? Why is this? Why is that? Because sometimes I have to also preach myself. But remember, while I'm trying to heal you guys, I'm also healing myself. And by healing myself, I'm also healing you guys. Go ahead. La gatita, mírala ahí. Yeah, you can go ahead and do your thing.
Pues, voy a buscar una ropa.
Está bien, mi amor, soda. Dale, hazlo. Anyway, de aquí no se ve así como que para atrás. So, by actually healing, I'm also learning about myself, learning stuff that I didn't know about myself before. Like, how is it that I could overturn the moment and flip the script? I'm the director of my movie. How am I going to let somebody else lead my life when at the end of the day, who is it beneficial for? Is it beneficial for me? No, because I'm going to be rocking under a facade the whole rest of my life. Overthinking is going to have me drained. So I need to take that moment also to rest, to step away from reality and let the Father sink in so that I can actually keep on moving forward. Because the more I overthink, the more I block my own blessings, the more I get stagnant on my own life. Right now, I've been applying for jobs. None of them are calling back. Am I going to stress it? No. I'm only going to put it in the hands of the Father. And while I have no job, this is my job, working from home. I might not be making any revenues right now, but eventually I will. Because the Father already confirmed it. The Father already let me know what's crack-a-lacking. I'm drained. So I want to say my apologies because the last two videos I've been a little drowsy. I haven't been sleeping real good. I noticed that when I eat something, I don't know if it's my body actually telling me like, no, don't eat that anymore. Eat a little bit healthier, because I've also been on that snapping from eating healthy food, going back into like eating junk food and like all that. So I don't know if it's my body going through changes, you know what I'm saying? Expelling the bad so that it can intake the goody-goody. The goody-goody. Always. There's no going around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we doubt ourselves. Like, oh shit, when I get behind that screen, what am I going to talk about? In the moment, I'm going to figure it out. And the Father is going to open up new pathways and new doors and new hallways so that I can keep on exploring as I'm talking. Yesterday, the dream that I had, remember, I was telling you guys about with, you know what I'm saying? So, Shinobi. I was looking I know who Shinobi is, based off of, you know, like the memes that we see, you know, like based off what he says, you know. A wise man, well, the fool man acts like a monkey, you know, he's all over the place. Well, little terms like that, little quotes. But who was actually Shinobi? He was a Japanese spy. He was like He was like a silent warrior, more like a ninja. You know what I'm saying? If we put it in Chinese terms, more like a ninja, but stealth mode. Different. He moved different from everybody else. So he was the one actually giving me the advices. He was the one actually in my dream. He was letting me know that, yo, you're becoming a stealth ninja. You're moving in silence. This is what's going to happen so that you can keep on moving in silence, but always knowing what the outcome is going to be. Because to be honest with you, taking that to the side, you know, that's what I learned. Because I also go into books, you know, because the book holds knowledge. Knowledge holds power. And when you got wisdom, when you put them both together and you acquire wisdom from the Father, bro, you are that storm. You are the storm. Nobody else. You cause havoc in people's lives. You become that walking karma. You become the walking trigger to that gun. Live by the gun, die by the gun. You know what I'm saying? But also that gun is not only for killing somebody, because motherfuckers don't know how to work a gun, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm not saying one thing or the other. What I'm trying to say is you could be a walking trigger, but don't let the mind be the trigger to your own death. We're gonna go through situations in life, always. But are you gonna let the situation get the best of you? Are you gonna create the art? Or are you gonna let the art create you? Who's stronger than who? The mind over your body or your body over your mind? Logic over heart. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna have my heart all blocked up and guarded up. You know, I'm also open to who I know that's going to value the energy given to them and not be selfish. And that's it. No, give back. Sorry about that. I didn't have a booger or nothing. It's just when angels come, I get the itchy and it's whatever. But what I'm trying to say is let the inspiration, let the energy what's flowing through your body be the creator of your thoughts. Because when you feel that something is off, then something is off. When you feel that something is on and popping, the energy is talking. And just like I've done the change, that doesn't mean that I'm the only one that's able to change. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to the rest of the world. Let's try them out. Let's see what's new. Let's see. You know, let's give a chance in life. Life is about chances. You risk it. You can either get hurt or you can get healed. But you will never find out if you never try. Successful people. Do you think they were born successful? Yeah, a lot of them. Because they were born into like wealthy families and this and that. But most of them had to work their way up. But they failed. And they kept on going. They didn't let that moment of failure be the failure for the rest of their lives. They looked at themselves. They learned from the mistakes that they did. And from that, they rose to their feet again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about falling. You can fall 1,000 times, but you can get up 1,001 times. And maybe that one last time that you were about to give up, like, you know what? I'm overdone with this. I've tried so many times, so different ways. It didn't work. I'm gonna just call it quits. But that last try that you did was actually the one that got you to that successful point. You know what I'm saying? I started creating content with no followers, no subscribers. Today, not that I say that I have that many, but I already got 13. I started off with basically maybe 1 view. Today, I'm catching 10, 12, 13, 22 views on my shit. The shorts are growing, people are seeing them. So little by little, I'm putting in the work and not letting the doubt take the best of me. Not letting fear be the insecurity, but being confident about myself. Okay, you know what? Maybe I don't know what to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about something today. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna talk about. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit on that screen and I'm just gonna float. And the Father is giving me the downloads as I'm speaking. So he's already confirming me that we're about to make it happen. It's about to blow up, you know what I'm saying? Like dynamite to the enemies, like dynamite to the people that follow me. Because I know that what I have to bring to the table is fruitful. You know what I'm saying? It's healthy for the body. It's healthy for the mind. Even though we live in a life, we live in a world that, you know, people that talk about worldly get views. But then the people who talk about things of God and all this and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get the less views. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because I still stand in the Father. Then that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants for you to think, oh, you have to join. You want to get views? Talk about the baddie so you could get a lot of views. Are you going to let that stamp? No, of course not. Let me shut off that door. Mama just got home. You know what I'm saying? But even though I'm about to be done in a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? My daughter left the door open too. Bendición. Bien, ahí creando contenido y eso en el salgo ahora. You're seeing people tend to fall into the same. We don't have to fall into the same. We don't have to be a copy paste of somebody else. Be a better version of yourself. Being in competition with somebody? No. Do I have competition? I know I do. And I'm not talking about just only on the content. I'm talking in real life. You know what I'm saying? I have people that on the low key, they hate. But hate is envy. Envy is the envy is the what they couldn't have. What you have, what they admire in you, but they don't want to tell you that they admire you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is there a competition? And am I gonna compete? No, I'm not. Because I have no competition. Because I rock with the Father. The only competition is me being a better version of my old me. Of that what happened yesterday, stood in yesterday. Today's a new beginning. I'm only gonna learn from yesterday. Today I'm gonna make the best out of myself. That if yesterday I had an argument with my mother over something and it was little, but am I gonna let that be what steals my grace today? No. When I seen her, I value the moment, because if I lose her, let's be honest, we're all we all have an expiration date, including myself, including you, including the whole rest of the family, the world, what should I say? But if, God forbid, and God bless her all day, every day, but if she was to fall on me, the last moment of my life that I could have cherished with her, and I could have valued her, and I could have been the best version of myself with her, I let it slide. Over what? Over ego. Hell no. I'm gonna value that woman. She was the one who brought me to life, and even though we have our differences, let's make the difference. Be the motive to be the unity. That if we're going through tough times, how are we gonna turn our backs on each other? No. Come here, we'll walk side by side. I'm your son, I'm here for you. She has her way of thinking, I have my way of thinking. She doesn't agree with most of the shit, you know, but it is what it is. I have my life. I'm not gonna let her decide for me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let her indecisions or her belief system or her way of thinking, I'm not gonna let it be the motive so that we can break apart our separate ways. No. Because it's the actions, it's the energy that talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can say, oh, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're the voodoo man. Okay, I'm the voodoo man. But am I spelling hexes and casting over people's life? No, I'm not. I'm actually bringing out the goody. What did I learn from actually getting initiated? I'm gonna give you a little heads up. When I got initiated into the Palo Mayombe, right? So the people that were supposed to be my spiritual family, I'm really anointed and I'm gifted, spiritually gifted. They have, before I got initiated, I knew these people, that they were spiritual. And I always noticed that there was something off, but throughout one thing or the other, I had the money to get initiated, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? This is something, this has been my calling. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Well, when in the ceremony, when you're getting initiated into the religion, you have to do a tearing, they call it a tearing of your clothes, which is actually, I can't really go into details, but what it is, for example, I rock the same clothes, the same underwear, the same pair of socks for days, maybe even a week, so that my sweat, my impurities, my toxicity, any spells, any hexes, any curses that I have in my life, they stay away. And I'm reborn. There's a rebirth, right? Well, they used it to siphon my energy. Little did I know. But what was the blessing out of that? Even though they try to steal my energy and use it against me, I had to separate. I had to take my own ways. But what happened? Out of that one, that was supposed to be another curse in my life, since I'm always standing strong with the Father, I opened up a new realm, a new portal. Something that had been blocked since my childhood left the way. Now I'm waking up to the real reality. Now I'm waking up to my real purpose in life. Now I'm waking up to walking in both realms, not just being in limbo land. That hex that was done before left the way. 44, 42. Now, those people that tried against me are now facing serious karmas. Why? Because the first oath that we take is being loyal to the family, being loyal to the new born child. And that goes to everyone, not just me. They broke their first their first promise. Now they have to deal with the consequences. And it is what it is. Am I happy for that? No. But that's an experience for them, just like it was an experience for me. I learned that not even the ones that say that they're close to you are really there for you. They're really there for how can they benefit off of you. But I'm not gonna let those people and another slap in the face be the reason for my downfall. I'm gonna use that slap as an experience. I'm gonna work with it and turn illusion into magic and use it in my own favor. Now I can visit. Now I can do. Now I can magic. But while I was supposed to be working with little calderos and little things, which I respect them always, because thou shall never, disrespect the gods and the goddesses. Nah. But now I'm learning how to master the energies, the elements. Being the alchemist and manifesting my own reality. That what I was blocked from now is open. That those curses that were holding me back now are actually hexes opening the doors. That those voodoo dolls, they're gonna have to throw it in the fire, even though the pins are still gonna be alive. They can burn the doll, but the pins are still gonna be alive. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever forget where you came from, because I think that's one of the worst mistakes that a human being can do. You see, when we forget where we came from, we start falling into bigger levels, bigger demons. Now we think that we're better off. The Father took me away from that world that was keeping me stuck, bound, binded. But now that he got me off of it, that doesn't mean that I'm going to forget where I came from. Because the minute I forget, I'm going to start judging people. I'm going to start calling people out. What happened now? You don't remember where I took you away from? Now you're not showing love to the same people who you were? Then check it. I'm going to break those ankles and you're going to fall. And you're going to remember me one way or the other, like, what? It is what it is. Because the Father works in mysterious ways. Just like he let me go through that fire. Because at the end of the day, at the end of that tunnel, I saw the light. And I became the diamond. From the rough. Always a cat, never a dog. You all stay blessed. You all have a safe weekend. Stay with the storm coming up. You all be safe. I don't know when I'm gonna be getting back online, but be safe. Make the most out of every moment. Always remember your ancestors. My father's death date is in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Mixed emotions, this and that. But I always keep them alive in my thoughts. I always keep them alive in my heart. And the magic is that he walks with me, that he favors me, that the promise that he told me 10 years ago is happening right now. When he told me, turn your life to Christ and stop being a rebel, you're going to see how Christ is going to give you your life back. I wasn't catching up to the hints, bro. Not for shit. I was still being a rebel. 4 years after his death, I'm seeing life unfold right in front of my eyes that I can manifest. And manifestations come in so quick that sometimes I ask and it's given right then and there. That even though I'm going through the hardships, the good ships are also arriving in the port. That while one train is taking off, the other one is stepping in. That the faith has become unshakable. That even though the storm, I know that the winds are not going to blow me anywhere. I'm anchored in my faith, in the faith of my Father. Sambe, always in the heart. Always. So always keep your head up, baby boo. Always know that when something is sacred, you treat it with love, kindness, respect, and you cherish every moment. That every breath that we take is the eternal present. That the present is the gift of life. That you don't know what's inside until you unwrap that red ribbon. That the tree is the tree of life. That it's not about, it's about how you see it, but it's not about spilling it, it's about pouring it. You know what I'm saying? When it rains, it pours. Rains is blessings. Always. Rain is blessing. Huge shout out to all the people across the globe, to all the people that watch me, that follow me, that keep in touch with me. If you're down with it, leave a thumbs up, smash that notification bell, subscribe, share, do what you have to do. Keep it 100, keep it 1,000. Nah, fuck that shit. Keep it a melee, and never drop that flag. Never. Yo, stay in touch.